We knew going into this that God is at work in all kinds of different people and in different places and in different ways.
God is able to do what God wants to do with or without me. And I'm humbled that God uses me in this way, but I'm also humbled by the fact that I'm reminded in itineracy about how God uses other people and not just me, and can fulfill God's purposes in a new and exciting way through someone else.
When we first learned that we were moving, we sat down with Isaac and tried to just have a casual conversation about how there are other churches and that there are other people who need pastors. And we told him that we'd be going to a new home, and that meant us pointing out to him that there were other places to live.
We try to always have story time with Isaac, Bible story time, and make sure he knows the stories. And ultimately I try to tie it to Jesus, that we try to love Jesus more, and there's certain things that I think I can help other people learn more about Jesus, and that I know certain ways that I can help another town and another church learn more about Jesus and come to love Jesus more. And so, that was kind of the approach that I took, just tying it in with my call, that I've been called to serve God, and now I'm going to serve God with some new people in some new ways, and you're going to be coming with me and be a part of that.
So in order to say goodbye with the kids, we spent a lot of time, we tried to be intentional about taking them to the places that were meaningful to them, and talking at those places about the fact that we wouldn't be back in that space, but there would be another space like it in the new place. And we'd kind of prompt them to envision themselves in another place like that one, and also letting them say goodbye to those spaces. I believe that as we were leaving, I was in the car with Hannah, but Ron went in the house one last time with Isaac.
Isaac saw everything going on the truck the day before, and then just as we were about to pull out, Isaac hadn't been in the house much that day. We went in and we walked in every room. We said, this was your bedroom, and now this is going to be somebody else's bedroom, and we'd say goodbye to each room. And said, this is where we played, and now somebody else is going to come and have fun playing here too, and to say goodbye to all of to the house.
That was the space that Isaac had. That's the only thing he'd ever known, was that space. So for Ron and I, we knew that we had made connections with other places, and that we'd have more. But for him, that's all his little life had ever known. He was right at that age where you remember, your memory starts to change. And so he needed to feel a sense of security and a sense of something familiar coming with him from our last house to our new house. Answering why to Isaac, why we were moving, that was a challenge, because I was trying to explain to him that pastors get to a point where they take a break from being a pastor, and that there's new pastors coming out of school that need a place to be a pastor. And I tried to explain that in his terms. I don't know that he understood it for a while.
Be honest with your kids, especially your young children, because I think they need, at least in our case, I think he needed quite a bit of explaining as to what was happening. And he had a lot of questions, and to answer those honestly and not sugarcoat that.
Kids are so resilient. I know every kid has a different personality, but overall they're fairly resilient, and he almost seemed to take it as an adventure, which is how I tried to present it to him.